freshen your drink, sir? Oh, sorry. Hey everyone, Rick here. We are opening these Pathfinder Battles, the Rusty Dragon in pre-painted plastic figure booster packs. I got a case of these. It was 32 packs per case. The reason I got the case was because they also sell these case incentives. Typically on these Pathfinder Battles booster packs, the case incentive, the premium figure, is like a giant, really cool looking figure. But for the Rusty Dragon inset, the premium figure was actually a tavern set. Yes. It came with shelves, cupboards, cabinets, and of course a bar and a bunch of bar stools. I've been opening these bricks, one brick per video. This is the fourth and final brick. Let's take a look at what we've got. We've got basically everything on my wish list already. If you've seen my other videos, you have seen that I have gotten anything that I really wanted. This is the first time I've ever opened these Pathfinder Battles figures before. I was just always wary of them because, you know, you see these, some of them are like named figures. I have no clue about anything Pathfinder, but I love this set because it comes with a lot of like terrain dungeon dressing pieces in here, but also just generic figures like a bartender. It's just awesome. So I grabbed a case of these. Never had Pathfinder Battles before, so it was all new to me. And I didn't even look at the set list of what potentially I could get out of the set. So it was really just what I saw like on the sides of the packs and stuff. I wanted the bartender. I want a bunch of these guys. So in this last brick, I am really looking for more of these kind of just generic guards. I'm also looking for more tavern pieces and whatever other figures are awesome, like this guy. He is the Frost Giant Ice Mage. I didn't even try it without looking because I have like a cult of these going on right now. Well, because typically in these packs, you get one big figure per pack. And so there's only 45 different figures in this set. So you're bound with this many packs to have multiple big figures and small figures. We have another gnome wizard. I love the unique races and classes as well. And another Mama Bugbear Mystic. Yes, indeed. If the reason I call her that, she looks like a mom. Does she not look like a mother figure with her stick? She's like, get in your room. And she's yelling. And I mean, she calls her sisters over. And I mean, they just talk about getting a house cleaned. They can absolutely delegate to the Bugbear children to clean their rooms in unison. That is their special ability. Also, finally, this figure, which I did designate as another figure I want multiples of, the Ghoul Huntsman. Yes, because the theme in this, I got a lot of ghouls and I got a lot of bugbears. These ghoul figures are awesome because they're just generic, like huntsman figures, so you can have your little war band of these ghouls. So I'm looking for more of those kind of generic figures as well. So generic human townsfolk, human guards, and unique kind of beastie monster types, and of course furniture as well. And in our second pack of this fourth and final brick, we have as our big figure a riding horse. Folks, my stables are going to be full by the end of this. Here we have a riding horse. Awesome. I have no clue what these letters mean. RDRD. What does that mean? Because I could have sworn some of these have something else on them. Didn't I see one before that had like an LOD or something on it? Well, of course, now I'm looking at all my figures and they all have RD on them. So maybe I'm losing my mind. I could have sworn I saw something that said something else. Because that would make sense. Rusty Dragon, right? That's the set that it came in. Maybe I'll find something else at some point. I'm sorry, I just cheated a little bit and looked at those other figures. These, oh, I love this guy. This is the Ghoul Champion. He has quite the tongue. He just looks barbaric, evil, ghoulish. And I'm sure he's the one behind all of these vampire spawns that are coming up. And then we have another figure you need multiples of. The Kobold Devil Speaker. Now, why do you need multiples of this guy? Because he looks like a cultist kind of figure. I don't know where all my guys are. But anyway, I got a whole bunch of these little guys. And yes, they are little mischievous figures. And then, last but not least, this is another example of the kind of figure that I love that they came out with. A merchant. That's right, just a generic merchant for your village or town. Little pot-bellied merchant with his belt and bags. I love it. Absolutely love him. Okay, we are only 2 packs into this brick. We got 6 packs left. Oh my goodness, I have so many figures now, it's insane. You should, I mean, at the end of these videos, I show, you know, all the figures I've gotten so far. You should see the pile of empty boxes that are over here. This is my runner-up for my favorite big figure, and I said, and this is the second one of these I've gotten, and when I got the first one, I said, I am going to want multiples of these, because this is actually not like a named figure. This is relatively generic. He's just called an orc rider on a dire wolf. He looks awesome. Look at that wolf. That wolf looks so cool. Love the banner. Love the pose. He just looks awesome. That is just a cool figure. I now have 2 of those. So you can see them like charging in. That is awesome. That is the kind of big figure I do not mind at all having multiples of. And this is the kind of small figure that I do not mind having multiples of, just a generic cut purse. Oh yeah, some kind of rogue thief that you find in an alleyway. Love that. And I love this. How many of these do I have now? I think 5. Love it, because this is another kind of generic guard. This is a pious guard. So yeah, I love these kind of generic guardsman figures. And more of those, please. Now, what I probably don't need as many of, which I think have like 6 of these, are the gnome wizards. That's right, little gnome wizard. I love the idea of a gnome wizard. I just don't need 6 of them. And then, see, I don't know how they do rarity, because you think, okay, maybe some of the more specific things, like how many wizards do you need? Because you also think, okay, well, if I don't use it as that, what else could I use it as? Because you're probably like, well, and you know, a typical party, you might not have multiple of all these other guys either, but you could definitely use more figures that look like fighters as generic things than wizard-looking things, because the wizard guys can't really, I mean, I don't know what else. You could call this a halfling thief or something, I suppose. But here we go. I am thrilled about this. This right here is exactly what I'm looking for, folks. The tavern accessories. Now, these aren't numbered, so I don't even know if these are included in the count of 45 different figures that there are in the set. But look at this. Here we go. We have a ghoul cultist and a ghoul monarch. Yes, you are going to need more ghoul cultists, so I'm glad I have those. I have a couple of these monarchs, too. They do look like really cool figures, though. But the table, that is exactly what I'm looking for. This is the Gorgon. This is now my 3rd Gorgon. I don't know. I mean, good grief. Can you imagine turning a corner in the dungeon and coming face to face with a herd of Gorgons. Gorgons. Okay, we are halfway done with that pack. That's right. All those figures, that was only half of a brick. What else do we got? All right, we got another bugbear. Let's take a look. Oh, awesome. Yes, this was actually my most desired figure in the whole set. The generic farmer. Love it. I want more of these just generic townsfolk, and this little farmer is perfect. And I already do have a couple of him, but that was, just to recap, my most, desired figure. So these, at this point, I don't even know because do I have 45 different figures over there? I have no clue. These may all just be duplicates for me here on out, unless I find something really unique, maybe some rares or something. Here's another bugbear tyrant and a cut purse. Again, another couple figures that having multiples of would not be a bad thing. Same with the bugbear flesh glutton. So when you look at these bugbears, I think I have, 3 different kinds of bugbears at this time. And the glutton's obviously the gigantic one. Then you have the mystic, who looks like she just went to JCPenney's or something and picked herself up a dress. But anyway, those are the bugbears. So bugbears and ghouls were like the theme of the bad guys in this. Also kobolds. A couple different kinds of kobolds here. There was also the vampire spawn. And of course then the big figures too. Oh, awesome. Well, first of all, let's look at this. Another one of these. Oh my goodness. It's like they all just came out of a PTA meeting. Mama Bugbear Mystic. What do you call this? What do you call a herd of bugbear? Look at all these bugbear moms. But this is the one that I'm the most excited about. I already have one of these, but I love them. These are the carts. Just a single cart. And I think we determined already, figures cannot go into the cart, unlike the wagon. Yes, earlier I got a full-on wagon, and it can hold perfectly 2 figures in it, like it was made to do that. That's awesome. So the single cart cannot, however, I wonder if it can hold a crate. Oh man, yes it can. And this was perfect that it came with this specific horse. This is what Pathfinder Battles calls a draft horse. And it has that kind of stuff on it, and you can, hook the cart up to it, however that's supposed to work, and yeah, haul that around. So yeah, the crate actually does fit in there perfectly, as does, I assume, the barrel. So the cart is perfect for hauling that kind of stuff around, whereas the wagon is better for hauling people. And then, last figure out of that pack is the beautiful, the talented dancing girl. Obviously, you're going to need one of those for your inn. You may want more than one. Maybe you want 2 or 3 or 4 or however many more I may have pulled earlier. But either way, they're nice generic figures to have. So, at this point, we have 2 packs left, folks, of the entire case. What am I hoping to get out of these last 2 packs? Honestly, I am so happy with what I've pulled. But more of these. More generic guards. That's what I want. Will I get it? I have no idea. One thing I know and look at this. This happened before, and I'm not complaining. But look at all of these figures. This was another 6-figure pack. These packs are supposed to come with 4 figures. This is the second time that this has happened. And this was when I kind of mentioned in a previous video, I was like, is that, just something cool that is known to happen every once in a while, or is that a mistake? I don't know. Because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be like, oh, awesome, I found one of the rare multi-figure packs, or if I'm supposed to be, oh, I just got lucky, because that actually is not supposed to happen. But either way, another Beaky the owl bear. I got a whole herd of owl bear at this point. And we have Faya, a human witch. She looks cool. Oh my gosh, look at that paint job on her face. Focus. Look at that. She looks frightening, to say the least. We also have another of these ghoul huntsmen. Folks, I am so happy with the distribution of these guys, because these are perfect warband multi-fig. You want a lot of these guys, and I got like 6 or 7 of those at this point, which is awesome. Oh, I forgot. There was another sculpt of Bugbear. Specifically, the Bugbear Lurker. Again, shiny, beautiful armor. That is a cool looking figure. And then, because this is a 6-figure pack, good grief. Normally it'd be over by now, but we still got 2 more figures here. We have a dwarf wizard. Now, I've gotten multiple dwarf wizards. Obviously, I have a lot of gnome wizards. The dwarf wizards are not quite catching up yet to the number of dwarf wizards, or the number of gnome wizards I have. Now, here we go. Another one of these guys. Okay, this is where I saw that. Because remember when I said that all these guys had the RD on the bottoms of them? Look at this. There are some of these figures, and I got 2 of these now, but I now have this guy. He has a much straighter weapon. And he's really cool looking. I have no clue who he is. I have no clue who King Ayurvedi is. But look at that. LOG. So I don't know if that's another set. Like, how did this get in this set? I'm glad he did, obviously, because he looks really cool, but... Anyway, this is the last pack. What do I want, guys, out of this? I want more like furniture stuff. I want more of those guards. Let's find out what is in the final pack. So first of all, I'm not even going to look at those just yet. We have a flesh golem. Now, these are cool figures. I think this was the first big figure that I pulled on my very first video. Flesh golem. He obviously looks really cool. I now have a few of him. That's awesome. The height of these guys is also really impressive. I mean, this is a standard figure there, so obviously he's huge. Next up, oh, look at this. We have another half-elf bard with her fiddle. So she's going to be playing music in the tavern. We also have another kobold trap maker, which I love these guys too. Those are awesome, slinking around the dungeon. Final figure of the whole thing. It's not a guard, but it is another figure that it's nice to have multiples of. It is another vampire spawn. So that is that. Hopefully I'm not running out of space on this video, but I just wanted to... This might take me too long. I probably can't in this video go through all of these figures and find out, you know, if I actually have at least one of everything. This dragon is amazing. That's my favorite big figure right there, is that dragon. But anyway, let's take a look. Those are some of the huge figures. And then we just got this whole smorgasbord of all these figures. I love it. I'll post a comment in the comments section to let you know what, if there's anything. So I got a full case. Yeah, look at this. Oh my goodness. It is just so much trash, so much garbage. Okay, so folks, thank you all so much for watching. This was my Pathfinder Battles Rusty Dragon in my final fourth video out of 4. Thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And until next time.